Today is the last day of Unit 7, Module 3, and it is Wednesday, May 20th, and we are going to work on multiplying decimals. So multiplying decimals is pretty easy because you know how to multiply already. It's just figuring out where the actual decimal would go and the zero placements as well with bases of 10. So let's take a look at our first problem. It says a certain computer chip measures 0.44 or 44 hundredths by 44 hundredths of an inch or inches. What is the area? So basically we need to figure out 0.4 times 0.4 inches. No, we are not using a calculator because next year you will not be able to use a calculator. The best way to go about multiplying decimals by decimals is, of course, going back to one of the basic strategies is doing an array. So here's what I have for my array. So my array is going to consist of 4 different parts. So my first part is, well, let me show you the array first. So on one side I have my 0.4, and then I have my 0.04 for a total of 44 hundredths. So I have it split up into 2 sections. One here, and then a really small section here. The reason why I used graph paper for you is each of these is 10, 20, 30, 40, and then we have 4 hundredths here. On the top, same thing. I have 10, 20, 30, 40 for 4 tenths. And of course in my little skinny section over here I have 4 hundredths for a total of 44 hundredths. So for my big box, which is the easiest right now, or box A, I'm going to take 4 times 4. We all know that 4 times 4 is 16. My decimal goes before the 16 because that's where it is in my 4, because I'm working in the tenths place. So that would be my value. Now let's go to box B. I have 0.4 times 0.04. So we know that the answer is going to be 16 again, but where is the decimal going to be? Well, since I am out to the tenth to the hundredth, my place value now for 16 is going to start at the hundredths place. So my value for B of multiplying a fourth to 4 hundredths would be 0.016. Now let's go to box C. Box C is telling me that I need to multiply 0.04, which you can see right over here, and I need to multiply it by 0.4. So this times this. Now once again, because I am all the way out to my hundredths place, that is where my 1 and 6 will start. So that will be my answer of 0.016 for box C. Now box D is going to be the smallest of values because box D is telling me that I have to multiply 0.04 times this one over here. So I got my 0.04 up here and my 0.04 over here. And that's going to give me my smallest unit, which would be 0.0016. Now what I do is I have to add them all together, box A, B, C, and D, for a total of 0.1936 inches squared. This is a 4 partial. This is a lot of work, but you can definitely do it. All right, let's take a more simplistic approach to maybe doing a problem that includes less boxes. Use an area model to multiply decimals. So let's assume that a piece of paper measures 3/10 of a meter by 65 hundredths of a meter. So first of all, let's kind of get an estimate of what we think the area might be. Well, I know that 3 times 6 gives me 18. So I know that my answer is going to be higher than 18 hundredths meters squared. So I know that my ballpark or my estimate is going to be higher just because of using these basic whole numbers. All right. So I know I have 0.3 meters, and I know that I'm multiplying it by 65 hundredths of a meter. So the 65 hundredths I'm going to separate into 2 boxes. The 10th is here, or the 6/10, and the 5/100th is over here. So I'm working with 2 boxes, a little bit more manageable. 3 times 6 is 18. For a total of 18 hundredths, my decimal is here. This one now is telling me that I'm going to multiply 0.3, we got over here, times 0.05. Sorry. Now I know that 3 times 5 is 15. But if I look at where my value is at 5, I know it's in the hundredths place. So my 15 is going to start at the hundredths place. So my value will be 0.0, here's my hundredths place, 15 meters. What I do is I add my 18 hundredths and my 15 thousandths meters together to get 195 thousandths meters squared for my area. Just give you a minute to look at it. And that's what you'll be doing today independently with some practice with some partial products.